Hi, it's Summer and welcome to day one of the New Year New Reads Readathon. There are so many of you participating this week and it makes me so happy. It's been so fun today to like check Instagram and see everybody's posts and stuff, see what everybody's reading. I didn't get a ton of reading done today because I actually covered a shift at my old crystal shop job. We all know that I did not like that place, but your girl wants some extra money for books, so it's only like 2 days this week and 3 days next week, so I feel like it's not that bad. While I was there today though, I started Shady Hollow. It's by Juno Black, which I actually just barely found out is 2 different authors. It says Juno Black is the pen name of authors Jocelyn Cole and Sharon Nagel. And I'm just having the best time with this so far. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I'm picturing it as like in the same style as The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Like, tell me this book wouldn't just be the most perfect stop motion Wes Anderson film. This is a cozy mystery. It has a map of the town in it, and it also has a character list and a little bio of like who everybody is, and I appreciate that so much. So far in this book, there has been a murder. The main character, Vera Vixen, is a news reporter, and she is taking this into her own hands. She's going to get to the bottom of this case and investigate. We're meeting a lot of the characters in this town, and it is just being described like it's so cozy. There's a coffee shop and a bookstore, and oh my gosh, the bookstore is owned by a character whose name is my favorite thing. I need to find it. I'm just gonna read this sentence about the character. The brash voice belonged to Lenore Lee. She was the raven who ran the highly popular Nevermore books. I just thought that was a really cute Edgar Allan Poe reference. And I'm loving the writing style. It feels very kind of like cute and quirky. It fits this book perfectly. So in the beginning of chapter 3, we're meeting Joe, who owns the coffee shop, and it's like listing what he's been doing that day, and it says that he filled the napkin dispensers, and then in parentheses it says, but not too full. And I just think it's cute. To be honest with you, I don't love Vera's character. I'm usually not a huge fan of like the news reporter personality type. I know I might get a lot of hate for this, but that's why I don't like Nancy from Stranger Things very much. There are things about her that I like, but when she's in like investigator mode, it drives me crazy. I didn't make it very far though. I am almost to page 30, so I think I'm a little ways into chapter 4, but that's what I've read so far today. So this book fits the prompt to read something that you meant to read last year. I meant to read this back in the fall. And then for the other 2 prompts, for the one that's read your most recent book purchase, I'm going to be rereading The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. It's my favorite book and I've been wanting to reread it for a while, so I'm not going to read the exact edition that I bought because that's a beautiful copy. It's just to look at and be beautiful. I'm not going to read that one. I have another copy that's kind of a special edition, but I've decided that I don't really love it as much as my other ones, so I'm going to read that one, and I decided that this time around when I'm reading it, I want to annotate it, which I normally don't do in books. Usually it just makes it feel like it's too much work. But since this is my favorite book and there are so many like beautiful quotes and things in it, I think that I do want to just kind of like highlight some things, write some notes in it. Not anything crazy though, unless I end up wanting to. I'm not going to force it. And then the other prompt is to read a new to you author, and I'm picking up The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon, I think, and I'm not sure if that's how you say her last name. But there are actually a lot of people reading that book for this readathon this week, so it's kind of fun that we're all kind of like soft buddy reading it together a little bit. I'm actually about to hop on for the reading sprints that we're doing tonight, so I'm really excited to read with everybody. And I don't think I'm going to pick this one up for the sprints tonight. I think that I'm going to start The Starless Sea. Okay, I'm actually not done with this clip yet. I swore to myself yesterday that I wasn't going to do any of the like cliche things that I usually do in vlogs, or at least not all of them, but I have a haul for you. Not a big one, but I had to show you what I got because I got some really cute stuff. That's what I say every time. I went to the dollar store after work. I mainly went for Valentine's Day things because I'm already decorating for Valentine's. I got these little pom-pom garlands. If you know me, you know I love a good pom-pom moment. I also got like a little wooden sign that says like kissing booth 25 cents, and it has like glitter all over it. And then after that I went to Walmart and I found this really cute blanket for like $6. It's definitely the same art style as like Rifle Paper Co. I'm going to be using this during the sprints tonight. And then this last thing is like one of my favorite clothing pieces I've found lately. It's this pink and brown checkered cardigan. It's cropped, it has kind of like bubble sleeves a little bit, and it is so soft. It's just so cute, I love it. I love the sleeves. I'm obsessed. I think this was like $18. I keep forgetting that Walmart has cute clothes now, so I need to go shopping there more often. The sprints are starting in about 8 minutes, so I need to go get everything set up and get my book ready, and I will just update you later.
Yeah, I'm on page 37.
It's the next day, so happy day 2 of the readathon. Please ignore my zip patches as much as you can. The reading sprints were so fun last night, and I made it to page 55 in the Starless Sea. I have been doing some highlighting of like lines and stuff that I like, but nothing too crazy so far. I kept saying it during the live show, but like I'm just having so much fun revisiting this book again. I love that this book was so clearly written by a book lover for book lovers. I love the vibes and the book within a book and all of the different perspectives and stories that we're hearing. I also think that the video game references are really fun too, because my husband Travis is a huge gamer. So because of him, I understand a lot of what they're talking about and stuff. They even made a reference to one of his favorite video game series too, so that was kind of fun. This one is pretty popular, but just in case you don't know what it's about, it follows the main character Zachary. He's a college student, and one day when he's in the university library, he ends up finding this really old book, and in the book is like a story from his life that actually happened to him years ago written in the pages, which is like so weird to have one of your personal experiences written in a book. So he's just trying to figure out like who wrote this, where did the book come from, are the other stories that are in this book true too, since his is true. This is fantasy, but I guess it's also kind of like urban fantasy because it also takes place like in the contemporary current day real life world, but then also has heavy fantasy elements. It has dark academia vibes, the beautiful writing, and also, like I said, the book within a book kind of situation, which is one of my favorite things ever. I don't know why, but when I imagine the Starless Sea itself, I kind of think of like the very like entrance to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disneyland, where there's like the water and like the dark ceiling, and there's kind of like the mood lighting, and it looks like there are other like small buildings and stuff within that room. And that's just what I feel like the harbor in the Starless Sea would look like. Like not exactly, but just like that vibe. That's just what I keep picturing. I'm actually going to be hopping on some more sprints tonight, so I'll be reading this again for that. It's my friend Lena's birthday today, and Jesse's doing birthday sprints with her, and there are a few of us that are gonna hop on kind of like later in the live show and like surprise her. So it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited that there are so many sprints happening this week because this is a pretty big book. It's about 500 pages, so it's nice to have some like dedicated time that I have to read it. And then this morning I started the audiobook for the Winter People. I think that I already said this earlier, but there are so many people reading this book for this readathon. I'm reading it, Gabby's reading it, my friend Amy's reading it, and I think there are at least like 2 other people that are reading it. And then Keisha is reading a book from the same author. The vibes of this book are like making me cold. It also doesn't help that I found out that Travis turned the temperature in the house down to 70 last night. So it is actually just cold in my house, but this book is just adding to it. It's so atmospheric, so creepy. There are lots of different timelines. I'm getting a little bit confused because of all of the perspectives that we're following. The earliest one I think is in like 1908. And then there's one current day. I don't know if there's like another timeline mixed in there. Again, I'm a little bit confused by that, but I think that there are multiple perspectives that we're following within those timelines. Back in the 1908 perspective, there's a woman named Sarah. They have a daughter named Gertie, and they live on this land that I think is called the Devil's Hand, if I'm remembering right. And the land is kind of said to be cursed and not good. And so far, from what these perspectives are showing, it definitely seems like the land is haunted and not good. From what I'm understanding, this book is following the people that live on the property of the Devil's Hand throughout time and kind of like what happens to them. I haven't gotten to the closet scene yet, which I've heard is very creepy, so I'm really excited to get to that one. But I'm just really enjoying myself with this audiobook. I'm already to 25% and I've only been listening to it this morning, so I'm making good progress on it. Honestly, besides the live show, I have no idea what I'm doing today. I need to go on Instagram and see everybody's posts and like repost stuff. I don't really know though. I think it's just gonna be a chill day, but I will make sure to update you when I have one for you. I changed my top really quick because I wanted to post this on Instagram. One of my favorite content creators is Tasha Leland, and this cardigan is like so her. So I needed to post it and tag her. But also, while I'm talking about clothes, I finally got my package from H&M that I've been waiting for like 2 weeks just because like the weather conditions have been so bad. I have been desperately needing a new pair of jeans, and I found some really cute like boyfriend mom jean kind of style jeans from H&M. And I also found a very cute dress that I love that I bought with the Harry Styles concert in mind. I'm going to the Harry Styles concert with my friend Rachel at the end of this month. It got rescheduled from November, and we're also going to Disneyland, so I'm very excited. But I've been trying to figure out my outfit for this concert for like months now, so I'm hoping that this dress works out. But I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of like a try-on haul for you. I got the same pair of jeans in 2 different washes, and then this is the dress. This is what they look like. They're a little long, but that's always my problem anyway because I'm only 5'2". So I just rolled them up a little bit and I could always just crop them. They fit really good though. I'm really happy with them. All right, now I'm gonna try on the black pair. So cute, I love these. I might try on a different like shirt and shoes and stuff so that I can get the full effect of these jeans. Because to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the shirt. This is the kind of outfit that I would probably wear with them. Got my checkered Vans and my Nirvana band tee from Urban Outfitters that literally everybody has. I haven't had a pair of black jeans that fit me though in years, so very happy about these. So now I'm gonna try on the dress. I know that this lighting isn't the best, but tell me this isn't just the most me print you've ever seen. Okay, this is super cute, but I need to order it in an XL. It's just like the tiniest bit too tight, but I love this. I don't have very many like shorter dresses, so. Okay, I actually think that I had it backwards. And this dress is definitely not made for people with bigger boobs. I love the idea of this dress though, and like the print and everything, so I feel like I might order an XL and an XXL and see how those fit. But if anything, I'm just so glad that those jeans worked out because I have just needed jeans so badly. So yeah, that's the entire haul. I am very happy. My local H&M is really small and they didn't have any of these things in stock in my store, but I can just go in and return these, which is super nice. I don't have to like pay for shipping to return them. And even though I really didn't want to leave the house today, part of me is super tempted to go and return this really quick at the mall and then also stop into Barnes & Noble because it's like right across from H&M and pick up Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo because today's the 10th and it's the release date. I really don't know if I want to leave the house though. If I do go and run that errand, I'll make sure to bring you with me though.
But I have a small surprise. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but we do have some other guests joining us for your birthday.
Yes!
Yes! Happy birthday!
Hi!
Hi, it's the next day, so it's day 3. I just really finished filming my November and December wrap up. Pretty much all day today, all I've been doing is laundry and cleaning and stuff. And while I've been doing all of that, I've been listening to The Winter People. I'm at 86% and things are definitely happening. I feel like I've probably already experienced the closet scene that people have been talking about, but it's not even really like the closet scene. It's more just kind of like a bunch of smaller, kind of creepy closet encounters. So I was kind of wishing for something like really big and scary to happen. It has to do with the closet. There is still time, but I doubt it's going to happen. We're finally kind of finding out how all of these different perspectives and storylines are connected. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to keep reading. I might finish it tonight. I think that I'm going to work on my Instagram post for tomorrow, so I'll try to film some of that, but I will update you when I finish this.
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee shop we like to go. Late night walks with you to take me home. With you I never feel alone.
These little songs make me glad to call you mine. And you have got my head in the clouds.
1, 2, 3. All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything. The simple joy of hearing your voice every morning. I wake to a kiss on my face, so I don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything.
Today is Saturday, January 14th, so it's been a second since I've like talked to you. I'm about to go to the mall and return that dress to H&M, and then I think I'm also going to run into Barnes & Noble, get a couple of books, some new releases. But I also wanted to give a quick like book update too. I did end up finishing The Winter People a couple days ago. I don't remember which day, but I finished it and I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I really, really loved it. I think that the only thing that stopped me from giving it a full 5 was that I wanted it to be just a little bit creepier. I wanted it to go just a little bit farther. I was really kind of hoping that the closet stuff was going to be creepier too, and that there would be like a big closet moment. I loved the vibes of this book though. It was so atmospheric. Perfect for this time of year, and also for this weather that we've been having in Utah lately. It's very like cold and dreary, very cloudy and rainy and stuff. So I feel like this was just the perfect book to read right now. I also loved all of like the witchy kind of vibes in this book because I really wasn't expecting that. Gabby also finished this book a couple days ago and she gave it I think a 4 out of 5. And I also know that my friend Amy that I was kind of talking to while I was reading it, we were both kind of reading it around the same time, same as Gabby. I know that she also really liked it. I think she also gave it 4 stars. But I also have some friends that really don't like this book, so it's kind of funny how polarizing it is. I put together an aesthetic video for it last night and posted it today, where it's like convincing you to read The Winter People based off of its aesthetic. And then it has all these like pictures and creepy music and stuff. Those have been my favorite thing to make lately. It is so fun when I love a book and I can just like visualize it. I just go onto Pinterest and like find a bunch of pictures and like put them together. It's so fun. It almost kind of feels in a way like a visual review of the book, and I pretty much only make them for books that I've like really liked, like 4 stars and up, or maybe like 3.5 stars and up. Anyway, they're my fave and you're probably gonna keep seeing them for the rest of the year from me. And then last night during the sprints on Gabby's channel, I did make it farther into Shady Hollow. I'm a little over halfway through. I'm on page 123, so I have a little less than 100 pages left to go in this one. It's a pretty quick read. I'm enjoying it. I think that I might sit down and try to finish it tonight. I don't think that I'm gonna finish the Starless Sea during this readathon, but that wasn't really my plan in the first place. I just kind of wanted to take my time and read it slowly, so I figured I would start it during this week and then just read it for as long as it takes me, even if it was kind of after the readathon. But this one I definitely want to finish before Monday. I was saying on the live last night that you really have to suspend a little bit of disbelief for this book because obviously it's personified animals, and the mystery and like how they talk about it and stuff in this book, it feels very kind of like PG and like, oh golly, we better go ask this person what happened, like that kind of a thing. But I just have to keep reminding myself that like that's the tone of this book, that's what you're gonna get from it, and so I just need to accept that and keep reading. And so when I've been able to do that, I've just been like really enjoying this book. I still don't love Vera. I feel like she doesn't have a whole lot of personality besides the fact that she's a reporter. And I guess now that I'm thinking about it, that's kind of the same for all of the other characters. They have kind of like one defining thing about them that you know them for, and that's about as deep as it gets. I'm hoping though, since this is a series, that I'll just continue to get to know the characters more and stuff, because I am planning at this point to continue with these books. I really like Lenore. I love that she's just sassy and she's been reading all of these like murder novels and stuff to try to like understand how they can solve this mystery. Also, I started and DNF'd The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. There were just too many characters introduced like all at the same time. I can't keep any of them straight. I like the setting of the book because it's in kind of like a secluded, like snowed in, like hunting lodge or like retreat. Also maybe a ski resort, I don't know. But it's like in the English countryside, and it's these college friends that are getting together for New Year's, and then a murder happens. It just wasn't working for me though. Every time that I would sit down and want to listen to an audiobook, I would remember that I had that one that I had started and I would just be like, I don't want to listen to that. So I just decided to like be done with it. I think that it's a little bit more of like a hard DNF, unless maybe I hear from some people, like some of my friends, that they enjoyed it, which makes me kind of sad because I really loved the audiobook itself as far as like who the narrators were. Imogen Church was one of them, and I think that it was a pretty like full cast of narrators. I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to catch you up on. I'll try to get some clips when I'm book shopping.
Hi, it's been a few days, so it's actually Monday, so the readathon is officially over now. It's hard for me to film on the weekends because Travis is home, and I still kind of feel a little bit weird filming in front of him, so that's why there haven't really been any updates the last few days. The last time you saw me though was when I was in my car going shopping and stuff. It ended up being like so busy in Barnes & Noble for some reason, and so I just like didn't really film anything in there, but I did pick up some books that I'm so excited about. Also, if you hear some crunching in the background, it's Markle. I feel like they always just start eating right when I turn my camera camera on. The first one that I picked up was X's and O's by Amy Lee. This was a new release this week, and it's also the buddy read for the X's and O's readathon that's happening the first week-ish of February. I have the audiobook reserved on Libby, but I also wanted to have my own physical copy. This one follows Tara, who's like a true romantic at heart, and she kind of hates that like nowadays the only kind of romance that you find is like through online dating and stuff. There's never any kind of like meet cute situation. And it says, so Tara decides to revisit her exes in hopes of securing her very own trope-worthy second chance romance. And then it says Tara enlists the help of her new roommate, who is a Boston firefighter. His name is Trevor. She enlists him to help her reconnect with her exes. And then I'm guessing that they have a little bit of a romance. And then I also picked this book up. This is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and it's by Heather Fawcett. This cover is like the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure that this is also a new release, and I was so lucky this was the very last copy that my store had, and I had to like search for it, but I found it. The back of this says, a curmudgeon-y professor journeys to a small town in the far north to study fairy folklore and discovers dark magic, friendship, and love in this heartwarming and enchanting fantasy. It also sounds a little bit like dark academia to me, and like I kind of feel like this might be a 5-star book for me. I had never even heard about this book until I saw a couple of people post about it on Instagram, and then I just had to have it. I'm so excited to pick this one up. And then after that, I actually did some thrifting. I originally wasn't planning on doing that, but I was already close to the thrift stores that I go to, so I was like, why not? And I'm so glad that I did. I originally went in looking for floor lamps because we literally need at least like 4 more in our house. So I didn't find any of those this time, but I did find some awesome clothing items. I also found this like little wicker chair thing that I have to show you. Now, I know you're probably asking, what use would I have for this? I got this in hopes that one day I will have a daughter and this will go in her dollhouse. So I know that might be a little bit weird to like buy something for a future child, but I just always hear about people thrifting cute stuff like this, and then I never find it on my own. And this time I did, and it was only $1.50, so I just had to get it. But like, tell me this wouldn't be just so cute in a dollhouse one day. So I got this. And now for the clothing items. I found this really cute sweater dress. It has bubble sleeves, which are my favorite. It has a really thick turtleneck, so I rolled this down quite a bit. And I think that normally it's a sweater dress, it's super long, but I just kind of like piled it up and like French tucked it in the front. And it just looked like a big, like normal sweater. And it was funny because I was actually going through my Amazon, like one of my lists that I have on there, and I had a cardigan almost exactly like this in there that I had forgotten about. So I kind of found something that I had my eye on a little while ago at the thrift store, which is always super nice. And then I found this really cute pink dress that was originally from Old Navy. That's what the bottom looks like. It has pockets. It has this design on like the little like belt part, and then also the straps. I do need to kind of shorten these straps a little bit so that it sits up a little bit higher on me, and I think that I'm going to cut these tassels off because they're not my favorite, but it's kind of a longer maxi dress on me, and I like that I could wear like cardigans over it and stuff. I could pretty much wear it any time of year, so I thought this was super cute. And then I saved the best for last. This is the best thing I've ever thrifted. And I told that to my husband, and he was like, but what about your ostrich leather cowboy boots that you got? And I was like, no, this is even better than that. I found a Free People dress for $8 when it was normally probably at the very least $130. Look at this. I love it. I have to wear something underneath it because I'm not comfortable with something that low cut. It's kind of a longer dress, which I like, and it has some button detailing down the front. There are a couple of like smaller-ish stains on it, but I think I can get them out. I have found Free People stuff at the thrift store before, and it usually like doesn't fit me right, or it just like doesn't end up looking good on me. This fits me, and it looks so cute. I just like cannot believe that I found this. And then I do have one more thing to show you. I had to go by the grocery store really quick to pick up some stuff for lunch on the way home, and they had Valentine's Day Squishmallows. So I got this one because look how cute he is. He has a conversation heart on his tummy. He's a little mint green frog. I am obsessed. He doesn't have a name yet, so if you want to help me name him in the comments, I would love that because I've been racking my brain since I got him and I can't come up with anything cute that I like. And then last night, right before the readathon officially ended, I did finish Shady Hollow. This was really cute. I gave this 4 stars. There were a couple of things that were bugging me a little bit. Towards the end especially, I kind of felt like everybody that Vera would talk to, she would basically not even learn anything new from them. It was just kind of like something for her to do to prolong the book a little bit. She would maybe find out like a tiny little tidbit that didn't even really help the case very much, so it didn't feel very satisfying or like it was really worth it. I also thought that a specific part of the climax was a little bit weird, but it's fine. I got past it. I really enjoyed my time reading this. I loved the writing style. I thought that the characters were so fun, very quirky and unique, and this book was just like unlike anything that I've read before. I just loved all of the cozy small town vibes, and I'm really excited to continue in this series. I didn't make it any farther into the Starless Sea. I think I'm only about 50 pages in still. I think that I already said this, but I wasn't planning on reading this during the readathon. I just wanted to start it, so I'll just continue to read this one. And I'm just really happy that I finished 2 books this week. So just a little refresher, the first book that I finished was The Winter People. I really, really loved this. I gave it 4.5 stars. And then, like I just said, Shady Hollow, 4 out of 5 stars. This was such a fun week though. It ended up being kind of a weird week for me. I said in one of my last videos that I quit my crystal shop job, but I don't think I said anywhere that I stayed on as a fill for them, and so I was being kind of like an emergency fill this week. But then like some really weird, like really dramatic things happened, and I ended up like officially quitting on Friday or Thursday, I think. So I feel like between me just feeling like exhausted over the work drama stuff and then also not filming over the weekend and stuff, I just feel like this vlog has been a little bit weird. So I'm sorry if this one felt a little bit off, but I think quite a few people had kind of an off week. I'm pretty sure that Gwen was one of them, and she was like, but I'm just showing it all in my vlog. The good, the bad, all of it. And I was like, you know what? I like that though, because it's keeping it real. I like when people are authentic and stuff in their videos and their content. Aside from all of that stuff though, this week really was so much fun. Thank you so much to Gabby for putting this all together. Thank you to Gwen and Keisha for being awesome co-hosts. And just like a huge thank you to anyone that participated. It was so fun to see what everybody was reading and to talk to everybody during the live streams and stuff. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and I will see you in the next one.